should start streaming here in just a second for you.
Okay.
Okay, but I'll let you go stay with Grandpa now.
So, this morning we were talking about how there are 3 sequences of a bar of 4 followed by 2 bars of 3, but there are actually I just double checked the score. There are actually two segments of that followed by 8 bars of 4. So,
Right.
So and that's not a big deal, and it just changes what we do a little bit once we get to this centered position, where the ensemble is centered around the mirror.
Yeah, that should be like what, 32 total counts?
Yes, should be. Let's see here. So
if it's 8 measures of 4.
Well, if you're good with it, it's fine with me. I'm gonna go in here and read a little bit longer.
I'm like standing a little bit.
But I need to go grab a towel.
You still there?
yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just looking at the score and what I've marked down for my page numbers because something's not lining up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 4, 6, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I think what I'll have to do is I just have to delete that last page that last tab of 4 counts.
I was kind of looking at the video earlier, and those 6 count moves should be just as perfect 8 to 5, shouldn't they? Maybe not.
The 6 count moves?
Yeah.
The first one is a perfect 8 to 5. The second one is a 6 to 5.
Oh, really?
Because basically, there's 14 steps between each side, and then meeting in the center of that shape, like 14 8 to 5 steps across the field. So,
I thought there was 12. Maybe I was just looking at it weird.
So the first move of 8 gets them. Hold on, how does this work? The first 8 will get them. It'll move them 8 steps, and then the next, or not 8 steps. I'm sorry. The first one will move them 6 8 to 5 steps across the field. The second one will move them.
Right. Isn't it the same?
Two extra steps. Let me get back here again. So. They're still separated here. The beginning of all this is 20.
Just a minute.
No. 26. Yep. So the first one is 6 steps at an 8 to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's all on the grid. And then they hold for 4. And then the next one, they have to move 2 steps farther so they get centered. Like 2 8 to 5 steps farther, but they only have 6 counts to do it. So that turns into a 6 to 5 step.
Yeah.
And then they hold for 4. And then we have. Then we have 8 count move, 8 count move, 8 count move.
Is he crabbing, Rick?
He's getting a little fussy.
I think so. I'll make him a bottle here in a second.
The popcorn is made.
Hey, Casey.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, when we're at the end of this here, or end of the little meter changes or whatever.
Yes.
And now we have 32 counts, right? Are you
Correct.
seeing it?
Yep.
Okay. And then we need to get the guard to collapse in and grab equipment from behind the mirror. Is
Yep.
that what we're planning?
Yep.
Okay.
That was still under that impression.
And then, well, I guess it's just a matter of what to do with the win players then. While these 32 counts are going on.
Yes.
Okay. So is it cool if I let you kind of get after that for 10, 15 minutes or a little bit longer? And then can I hop back on it a little bit after you have some things kind of
totally. That's fine.
going in your head? Okay, I just got to feed my kid and kind of get him to sleep.
No, totally. Yeah, you go ahead and do that. I'll work some stuff out here.
Okay, I'll be back in 15 or so.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thanks.
Hello. So believe it or not, I did work, but then I undid it because I realized I did it at the wrong page tab. So I'm just about to redo what I just did. So.
What was that work?
So what I did. Well, and actually, let me just redo it so you can see kind of what I'm getting after here. No, go away. All I'll do is redo and redo and redo forever. So I'm gonna show you what I put in, but I think I put it in a page later than it should be. There's gonna be a lot of redos. Redo. Ah, shoot. Go away. Edit. Redo push editing. Start. Redo point. Redo start. Redo. I think this is the last one. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna play this whole segment for you, beginning at page 25. Right now I have them moving at page 31, but I think I actually want the horn line to be doing something stationary at 31, so the guard can start bailing out of the form 8 counts earlier than they were going to before. So I'll just play this a couple times. You'll be able to catch up to it eventually here. But
all right.
let's play that a couple times through. So hopefully you're about to start watching the first run through of that here shortly. Are you kind of seeing what's going on there?
Yeah, just 1 second. Okay, so just like those rotating boxes?
Yeah. The only difference, I want to unwrite that at page 31, where it is right now, and then rewrite it at page 30. Originally, I thought, well, it would be nice if the performers just stood in the shape for a little bit, just so that the audience can kind of identify that, lock in that shape visually, and then start messing with it with the integrity of the shape. But but my concern is going into these next two phrases, that only leaves the guards 16 counts to bail out of the form, get new equipment, and be able to start doing something when when the ensemble comes in. So what I want to do,
yeah, I think they need to like go right here when we get to the middle.
Oh, like right away?
Like when they get to the middle?
Yep.
Yeah, probably need to like head to the mirror right away. I mean, is it going to take them 16 counts to get there and then 16 counts back out into the form? Are you thinking? Or how many counts total were you thinking to let them go grab stuff and then head back out?
I have 24 budgeted right now, or not 24. Yeah, 24 budgeted right now for it. But we can certainly make that 32.
But you're gonna have them stay there for 8 counts then?
I wanted them to stay there for 8 just because they kind of look cool in the center of that shape.
Yes.
And it'd be cool if they could do a little bit of work while the horn line's doing body moves for those first 8 counts. But
Right.
ultimately, if we just need to get them to get their equipment, we might just have to have them bail 8 count. Rather than doing work for 8 counts, have them move for 8 counts instead to start bailing out of the form.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Oh, I think it'd be fine if they. Well, let's see. How far away are they from the mirror? Not that far. They could all get to the back of the mirror in 8 counts.
My concern is that it's not for G1, G2, G3, but well, I mean, I guess maybe G3 a little bit. Like G1, G2, and G7 will be able to get there really easily. G3, 4, 6, 5, and 6 are the ones I mean, those guys are just a few steps off the front sideline, so they have to kind of book it all the way to the front hash in pretty short order to get to the mirrors.
I was thinking just behind the mirror that's in the middle.
Oh. Yeah, we could. We can
That's
totally.
that's what I was thinking. Is they could go to this mirror that's in the middle to grab their flags and ditch their rifles.
Yeah, I mean, we can make that happen. That middle mirror is gonna have to support a lot of equipment or be able to hold a lot of equipment.
I was thinking of just like using those clips, like you could put hook a pole up on,
Right.
As long as they already have them stripped, they could attach them up there.
Totally.
And you figure it's gonna be like, well, this would also be an opportunity to get that other guard girl out of there if we wanted to, and she could act something out in front of the mirror too.
Yeah.
Like G1 who's hanging out there now.
Yeah.
I think they could do it, and even if I think we could jimmy rig something on the back of that where they could get rid of their rifles and grab a flag.
Yeah, if you wanna if you wanna make that happen, I can certainly write it to happen. So
that way they don't have to book it all the way to the hash mark.
Totally. Yeah. I kind of like that, and that's kind of a cool framing device too for. And then that leaves me. Oh, go ahead.
I'm kind of seeing them collapsing towards the mirror there.
Totally.
And and I guess they can all sit in front of the mirror and make a pose or something, like a creepy pose or something, and then grab stuff. I don't know. But it's a lot closer to grab equipment from.
Yeah, absolutely. So we could just we can just write them all and kind of bunch them all up behind the mirror there. And this is also an opportunity where I can start incorporating this new performer, this saxophone player here, because we're going to break the symmetry of these box type moves here like right now. So
what do you have for a vision as far as the moment at letter G?
I don't have anything for letter G. I have a page tab for it. That's about it.
I didn't know if you had a specific image in your mind that you see them moving halftime in. I think last year we did whatever. It doesn't matter to me, I guess. Whatever works good.
Okay. I guess I don't have a very specific image there because I still have a bunch of counts to develop to that point yet.
Yeah.
And I guess I just haven't don't quite have that one in my mind yet, but we'll get there. And then I just kind of want to get out of these boxes and lines and stuff and start doing a little more curvilinear type of stuff here. Not necessarily that it has to be curves into reshapes and stuff like that, but at least get some more free form
so
stuff.
Here's what I think we should do when they get to the middle here is I think didn't you say you originally have them holding here for 8 counts?
I have them holding for 8 from page 29 to 30. So the first 8 after that sequence of 3s and 4s.
You just have them holding here?
Yep, for 8 counts, and then the next 8 counts they move.
Yeah, the next 8 counts are when they move around in the box or whatever?
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. So those 8 counts, can the guard collapse to the middle then? Those second 8 counts? That way they're like...
Oh, actually... Yeah, actually that works out pretty well because they'll just have to be mindful of who's moving around them. But the Hornline players are all they're all taking relatively small steps, and they're only going like straight in a given direction. And I think they're all moving around the guard. I don't think the guard will be crossing many, if any, pathways as they, believe it or not, as they go towards that mirror. So they just need to be mindful of what's moving around them.
Yeah, and they should be able to jazz run to that mirror in 8 steps, for sure. They're not that far away.
No, not at all. And that leaves them 16 counts to grab equipment and be ready to... Do you want that? Can we have them coming like sequentially out from that mirror at G?
Yeah, that'd be cool, dude.
So it'd be like 2 flare out, 2 flare out, 2 flare out, 2 flare out. So you have ba 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 ba, and then there's a new guard member coming out every count or every 2 counts of that. However you wanna do that.
Yeah, I'm digging that. So they don't necessarily then need to get to the mirror that early if they don't have to. If you're not going to have... Like, I had a vision, they take 8 counts to get there. And then I guess I didn't think about the needing to sit there and change their equipment out for a certain amount of counts. So I was off on that. So I was envisioning them taking 16 counts to get to the spot they want to be in letter G. But I like the idea of keeping them hidden behind there and doing a layered out from behind there every 2 counts at letter G.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool with me.
What if we, this is just a brainstormy type of thing. What if we got really small here as...
and collapse around the mirror?
Yeah, and like as the piano's getting kind of higher in the tessitura of the instrument, bum, 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 and then all of a sudden we have this explosion of sound as the hornline players start like kind of moving out, from the center, and then the guard members are pouring out of the mirror.
I'm totally digging that. Let's do that.
Sweet. I kind of like that idea. I'm just
they're pretty close to the mirror already. To go, well, I guess, what do they have? 16, 24 more counts you still have? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, and we can even have them do body moves or something small, and they only need to collapse for 8 to 12 counts, I would imagine. They don't even need to be collapsing for that full 16, Or they could even do drill that gets smaller, gradually smaller, and then the last 8 counts they do a really big push towards the center, and then boom, big sound coming out of there.
Yeah, because like you said, the piano getting higher and higher, it goes in like a 4 measure, or like 4. Let's see, how's it sound? Bum 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 bum. Yeah, it gets kind of faster and faster and higher quicker,
Yep.
I like that idea.
And that would be something cool where the visual very closely mirrors kind of what's going on with the piano, and then all of a sudden there's this deep full ensemble sound that just pushes the shape apart.
Yeah, that's cool.
Cool.
Like maybe yeah, all right.
Cool. Let's grind this. Okay, so we have 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 31 to 32. Is that when we want the guard going in? So
I think if we
want the guard going in while the horn line's doing
their...
Why don't we
have them move in right now after that first 8 counts?
Okay.
While the winds are moving around the boxes?
Yeah. All right. So
and then we still have 16 counts to play with the winds. After that, then.
So we'll program these ladies all right here. Oops. really, really tight at a. Oh yeah, that should be insanely achievable. Like the biggest step size is just smaller than a 7 to 5, or just bigger than a 7 to 5 rather. So that's
now that we're doing all this mirror stuff. I wonder if this mirror could just be slightly bigger.
I'm thinking the same thing actually.
And then having like a gold frame around this one,
yeah,
just to make it different and more visually impacting.
For sure. And then
I don't want it to be too tall where it's like kind of covering up the pit in the back all the time, but I don't think that'll be too big of an issue.
Yeah, I think you'd have to get pretty tall for it to distract from what's going on in the pit, especially where it's staged like 12 off the front sideline. I think I mean you would have to have a massively tall mirror for it to cover anything up in the pit area.
What would you think of putting like, well, I don't really want to do this, but like a circle tarp on the ground underneath of it with like some spirals or something. I don't know, just to give more attention to it, or any way to draw more attention to it. I don't want to do a tarp.
Well, you know, and just thinking about tarps, I feel like if we're going to entertain the idea of doing a tarp, I feel like there would need to be some markers on that tarp so the members could still read the field, you know, or like whether or not it's like a grid type of thing, like a mirrored grid that is, you know, sized into 2-step intervals or something like that, where the audience wouldn't necessarily know that they're guiding off of the
right.
Off
and
of
I was
the tarp.
Just thinking something very small to give
a little accent to the
a little stage, a little bit accent, but
right. I think if you just focus on the mirror itself, I think you know, a bigger mirror and one that has some, you know, kind of some detail to it could pop. So cool. So this one let's see. So yeah, the guard members will just have to be aware that there's moving parts around them, but that said, like there's only really one small area of concern that I see.
Is that G1 up there?
Yeah, it's that area kind of
near we have her, since she's gonna be that extra one, bail out towards the mirrors in the back? Or would that look weird?
I think that would be really distracting, personally.
Yeah. Okay, well maybe then what are we gonna do when the flags come out in pairs of 2s and she's the only one? Can we just maybe leave her behind the mirror now? Remember we talked about her being that extra guard that should maybe write half of what
she was. So she was the extra. So are we gonna have a total of 6 guard members who are?
Okay, yeah, we had 8.
Yep.
One of them is moving.
Yep.
That leaves us with 7, but still that one girl that is doing the extra work. So we technically have 6 with the extra one that we said would do only half the amount of work.
Oh, okay.
So if we want, this would be a good spot to leave her hidden if we wanted and not do any of the work. Or she could do some acting in front of the mirror if we wanted. That way, when you have the 2 girls each heading out, you know, that's 3 sets of 2 if we want to do it that way.
Yep. So for some reason, I was treating the girl who is doing only some of the work and the girl who quit as like the same person. So I was like, we eliminated the 8th person. Now everybody else is marching the rest of the show.
No.
So okay. Oh.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, totally different people.
For some reason those things just kind of coalesced in my mind. But okay. Yeah. So then this would definitely be the opportunity to take that out then.
Yeah, I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tyler, I just had another thought too.
All right, I'm back.
I just had another thought.
Yeah.
If we're concerned about getting these guard members to exchange equipment, I think this person who to this point is still behind this mirror, that person could very easily start distributing flags as soon as the guard gets there. Functioning kind of like, in the Cavies style, like have one ready to go and just handing them off really quickly to the guard members in the back so that they have them very quickly and then can enter the drill as soon as this thing's done.
Person?
Yes.
Oh, the saxophone player?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we could do that, and then as soon as we get to G, that's when I'm getting that person in the drill.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm kind of up in the air about him anyway. Whatever we need to do with him is fine.
Okay, I don't want to it's kind of funny actually, because your numbers this year are absolutely perfect for writing drum corps ish style drill where you have lots of boxes and are able to do a lot of symmetrical movement. You have the same number of winds and brass, which is crazy cool. And then when we had 8 guard members, it was oh man, there's so much aesthetic coolness, and then it's and then we lose guard members and we add a brass or a wind member, and it's just it's hard to get out of the frame of writing in kind of these symmetrical shapes once we add that person. But we'll easily accommodate. That's not a problem at all. But okay, so I'm wondering if we rotate this. And then shrink it. 90 is too much. Let's go 45. Yeah, I like the 45-degree rotation a lot more. Can we actually pivot you? Yeah. Oh, yes. Oops, not 90, 45. 45-degree rotation. Can we shrink you? Does not appear. I kind of want you. Okay, and that gives us at least files, so that's good. We want files. Files are good. It's only a 33.
I'll be back in 1 minute.
Okay.
My kid is having a hard time going to sleep tonight.
Oh, okay.
So I'll let you know when I'm back.
Sounds good. And then.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome. Okay, so we want. Fix this up quick. And you. Oh, hey now. get you out of the mess for a second. And rotato. Screw that. Okay, those are the right dimensions. Let's map everybody onto this thing. Oh, shoot. We're going downwards. 1, 4. And then, now we can start messing with some stuff. So that's if we just directly collapse the shape. But we want... What if we went 3 and 3? Is that too small? Yeah, it's too small. We'll stay at 4 and 4. Let's do that. And then also... Do I have files right here? No. I want files. Whoa, that got weird. Okay, that'll keep them on the grid. That keeps them in a 4-step interval. Okay, so we have on 2, split 2. On 2, split 2s are good. Okay. And then next one.
So what are you going for here? Are you gonna rotate this?
Yeah, I'm rotating them into a diamond shape, but I also want it to be a because I could do the really quick fix, which is just like literally take a handle and rotate the shape. But the problem with that is that if I do it that way, then your performing members are gonna have such a hard time reading the drill like on the page that it's never gonna be clean. So I'm trying to do it in a manner where I can put them all on the grid. So they're all on 2, split 2 or on, and they all have files and diagonals that they can look down, rather than just like, I mean, there's always files and diagonals, but sometimes like if we would end where they don't have a clear file where they're all on just these weird wonky diagonals, then things get really complicated. And I'm not going to actually keep the shape where it is. I'm just building it. I'm building it outside of the form, and then I'm going to rotate it into the form. Oh, right, I need to clear.
Do you have are you thinking the guard is gonna leave on either side of the mirror, or are you thinking they're gonna leave on the same side?
I was thinking either side of the mirror.
Okay.
We need to collapse this down probably a step, but we can do that too. Whoa, one that just mapped itself off perfectly? Deal, sign me up. Oops. There we go. Oops, no, one more step down. Okay, so we need to rotate this too. Whoa, what? Oh, yeah, duh. Duh-doy. Yep, that's what I thought. There we go. Excuse me. that too? Okay, we just need to find some small adjustments here to... So what I want to do, this might get a little close here. For the people that are closest around the mirror. But they shouldn't... So that's a 4-step area to... What I'm thinking about taking I'm thinking about taking this shape here and just collapsing it into some sort of circular form, like two circles. Does that make sense?
At what letter?
This will be the last 8 before G.
Okay.
And then they'll be able to just play, and then we'll expand those circles.
I wish that letter G, they were in a tight box around that mirror, and then expanded out from there. What do you think of that?
We can do a box. But the only thing that the thing that I'm concerned about is once we start giving those guard members or getting those guard members coming out with flags, I want to be able to give them enough room to actually start like going. You know. Well, I wonder here. Let's try something
I'm
quick.
imagining them being across the field again, like 3 on one side and 3 on the other side, and then what I imagine here at the end of this whole letter G to H, that is finishing that whole thing in like a company front, like 4 steps off the sideline.
Okay.
But like the final chord, like a few measures before H, I'm envisioning them being in a company front across the front of the sideline, or even on the front sideline or something. That'd be super cool. How many? Let's see here. How many boxes? 1, 2. So technically, okay, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh wait, hold on a sec. Oh no, that's really wrong. That's really wrong. We want you to be 4. That makes more sense to me. Okay, let's try this again. So you will continue to rotate. No, we want 4 by 6. That way, yes, indeed. No, 4. Right? Am I losing my mind here? No, we need this one to be 4. 4 and 6. Final answer. You move in here, and you're good there. Clear, and then we're gonna go 1, our side to side is probably going to have to be a 4. There's not really much getting around that. So what do you think about this here? Well, this is the chunk that we've worked on tonight so far. I'll play it a few times here for you. Welcome back.
Sorry.
No problem. So I'm just kind of playing our chunk over and over again here. If you want to kind of watch, this is from the beginning of what we started tonight to G basically.
Yeah.
It'll be a little tight, but the cool thing about this drill is everything is on the grid, and everybody has like like there are countless drills that you can do in basics that immediately work on every single one of these skills. This is the type of drill that I got really excited about when I marched drum corps, because it's all simple math. There's nothing complex about it. You can figure out all of your step sizes. You can figure out all your static and dynamic dress points. And if everybody goes straight line to the dot, this could look really, really clean by the end of the year.
So what are they 2 steps away from the mirror, huh? Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and the cool part about this too is now the guard actually has space to, because really what we need to do is start just expanding this shape into something that is not a block, so that we can incorporate that saxophone player, and then the guard can every 2 just burst out of the center and go like towards the end zones, basically, like not to the end zones obviously, but towards them in the direction, just horizontally.
Okay. Hey, can we watch that in the 3D mode?
Oh, totally, yeah. Let me pull it up here.
See what that looks like. Can you do it from like a lower vantage point? Like more, like someone sitting lower on the bleachers?
Yep. We got front row right here.
Okay, I like the rotation. The set that they end in, I see they're getting tighter. Could they I hate to say well, I feel like they should be wider again. Like they start like end up where they get. I don't know. I feel like they should get small and then big again. The way it looks kind of funny with the second rotation. The first rotation looks good. So what are they now? They're still.
So do you wanna do you want me to just expand those to? They would have to be 4-step front to backs then too. Because right now they're at 4-step they're at 4-step side to sides, and they can't really. I could make the side to sides a little bit bigger, but I couldn't make them smaller because
they're at 4 steps right now.
Yeah, and that's already a pretty big side to side for dress purposes.
Right.
They are at a 3 front to back, and that's what's giving us the condensing effect, because we go from 6 steps to 4 steps on the diamond into 3 steps. So
yeah, I was only just wishing that the rotation could be exactly the same from the first one and the second one, but that would mean that the box would have to get smaller. Can the box condense? Maybe we don't have enough cows, because maybe we would if we went. No, we wouldn't. Well, maybe if we went to. I don't know.
I just want to, like, my concern is to be able to give the guard enough space to where they're not getting completely, because I mean they really don't have a ton of space behind that mirror. So like I want to be able to give them enough space. It'll be cramped, but like they should have enough space to be able to exchange equipment and then get going back out of that shape. And I don't want to do too much to mess with giving them that ability. Also,
right. I mean this is cool. I'm just saying I wish that the second rotation was symmetrical with the first one, or that the movement was in this similar direction.
Well, what do you? I guess I'm not quite reading you there. Because the only thing that changes is the front to back. So the space.
Go to page. Click on page 27, 8, 20, 30. Let me see, 30.
Oh, I think I see what you're saying. I unfortunately I don't think there's anything we can, so what I think the difference is this is a 4x6 block, and right now the side of 6 is our horizontal, and then once we finish the rotation, the side of 4 is the horizontal.
So in page 20, maybe it's 29 to 30. In 29, their spacing is that 4 steps right now?
4 steps side to side, 6 steps front to back.
So the page that they're in 29, can that be? Oh yeah, what were they at? What's 6 front to back?
Yep.
Okay, and then it's 4 side to side. Yeah, and what I guess what I was trying to get at was this box they're in 29. Get back into the same shape or into the same box. So they rotate and constrict, and then rotate and expand exactly back into this box here and page 29.
The problem with that is that we'd have to rotate an extra 45 degrees to do that, because an extra 90 degrees to do that. Because right now in 29 we have 6 members across the front and 4 members across 6 members side to side and 4 members front to back. But really, all this whole move, this development, gets them from one part of a box, and then we rotate them 90 degrees and condense them. So in order to get them back in that same orientation that they are in 29, we need to rotate another 90 degrees. And that would be tremendously large step, either tremendously large step sizes, or it would be unwinding the whole thing, and I don't think that's the effect that we're going for.
Yeah, so going from page 32 to 33, then we can't get back into that same form.
Right. And for teaching purposes too, I don't think you want to mess too much with step size here either, because I think that 4 step side to side is going to be really critical to teaching the shape, because all you have to tell them here is if you can read a 2-step, if you can find 2 off a yard line or splitting, you're on your dots. And really, that's the responsibility of the people who form the front line of this thing, to make sure they read their 2-step accurately, and then everybody else just files in behind them. However, if we start messing with the dimensions of it, side to side, if we go to a 3-step, for instance, everybody's on 1-3 split on, 1-3 split on, depending on where they're on. Or if we're at 2 steps, then there's no way that then we're running into the mirrors.
Yeah. Okay. So here at letter G, then in this spot, are we just gonna what do you got, or what are we gonna do here now?
At G, this is where I think
that's where we're at right now, right?
Yep, this is G. Page 33 is letter G in the music. Okay. So what I'm thinking at G is we need to start expanding this shape. Well, we're going to expand out of a square, or out of this rectangle, into something, I don't know, something a little more curve-ish, while the guard is unraveling from the center here. I don't have like an exact shape in mind quite yet, but we'll just have to mess around. Sometimes you just got to mess around on the page and see what starts looking good. And then.
So are we cool with doing the double time here then?
Oh, did you want to do double time, or did you want to do the half time here?
Or that's what I mean. I want to do the half time here.
Sure. Yeah. I'm totally fine with doing the half time here. Okay. And so I'm thinking that it'll be the wind ensemble will be in halftime, and then the guard will be in double time, bursting out. Because I think that could be a really cool effect. Well, and I guess we'd only have three segments of guard members flying out, because or flaring out rather, because we only have 6 members, right?
So yeah, so would you go every 4 double time steps with us? So 1, 2, 3, 4, go 2, 3, 4, go 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, probably. I think that makes sense. Tell you what, can we call it a night tonight? I'll get some ideas for this letter G. I'm gonna be writing all day tomorrow. Okay. So we can go over some stuff maybe tomorrow afternoon after I've done some writing. I gotta get some more stuff on the page for Madison tomorrow too, and then we'll hammer some more of this out.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Cool.
Can you well, are you able to? Do you have all the drill from the beginning to here?
Yeah.
Would you be able to send me a message of it on Facebook?
Yeah. Well, do you want like PDFs, or are you talking like video files?
No, I just want to watch the video. From maybe say not like the first row perspective, but just like a smaller stadium. From the beginning to where we have getting written so far.
So you want like a smaller vantage point, or a lower to the ground vantage point, is what you're saying?
It doesn't matter. Just it doesn't have to be too low, but.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that for you. I'll send those to you right now.
All right, and then just just text me tomorrow when you
Cool.
get a
Sounds
chance
good.
in the afternoon.
Will do.
All right, thanks.
Yep, no problem. Talk to you later,
Yeah,
Tyler.
see ya. Bye.
Bye.